Shalom. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, all praises, honor, and glory is to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKHAKWADASH. Alright, Dua Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI for the spirit and truth. As always, double honors to my apostles, the elders of great millstone, who were well and taught me this truth through the spirit, Brakatham. Salutations to the Zaquanium Wa'akim across the four corners of the earth that's laboring in the work in sincerity, faith, and honesty. And also, as always, Shalom, Wahabatham, Lahabakharyam, Shayasha Allah, which is peace and love to the elect of Israel, or you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and FMS Indians. All right, you are the biblical Israelites. All right, and I'm Brother Cormier, Charlotte from Great Millstone, St. Petersburg, Florida. All right, the camp out here in St. Pete. And pretty much through the spirit, I was inspired. All right, after camp, well, in the middle of camp, bringing out this precept in Ezekiel, which I'm going to later bring out in Ezekiel 35, around 11 verse, due to the envy, all right, and the perpetual envy, all right, and the perpetual hatred, all right, of the so-called white man, all right, whose biblical nationality is Esau, all right, towards you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians being, all right, the children of Israel, the sons of Israel, all right, who forefather, all right, is Jacob, all right, who later was given the name Israel, which means Yasha Allah, princess of the power. All right, the perpetual hatred and the perpetual envy, all right, which the word for perpetual, all right, we know is long lasting, will forever, all right, that so-called white man Esau, Edom, all right, the father of the Edomites, all right, the nation Edom will have perpetuously against you Jakes, man. All right, so before I bring out precepts, I just want to go into this etymology, all right, real quick, because etymology is very heavy, man, you know. So the word perpetual, all right, check this out. It says without end, all right. It says 12th century and directly from Latin, perpetualis, universal, all right. Amen. So the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, his hatred, all right, is not only forever and long-lasting throughout the whole planet Earth, it's also universal, man. So that means this man was programmed from YAHAWASHI, all right, to literally have a hatred and an envy towards you Jakes, a rivalry, if you will, towards your Israelites forever, all right. So this is the etymology of envy. It says late 13th century from Old French, envy, jealousy, rivalry. Okay, jealous. So-called white man is very jealous of the nation of Israel, man. Rival, right? Because Jacob and Esau is the greatest rivalry, all right, in the universe, man. It's an ongoing fight that was before the womb, all right, that was destined, all right, when Rebecca was pleading to YAHAWASHI to reduce the pain. All right, the Lord told her, what did YAHAWASHI tell her? He told her it was two nations in her womb. All right, so it was one nation against another nation, and we can tell, all right, who's the dominant nation. And you know, Jake is a peaceful people, man. Jake don't be Esau. All right, it's only because of us being on the bottom, all right, that our people start to take on the trends of the nation of Esau. All right, by dyeing their hair and doing these certain things, because they're only on the bottom and their power source has been stripped from them. But the elect have obtained it and the rest are blinded. But this is a point of envy that I wanted to get. It says jealousy is the malign feeling which is often had toward a rival, all right, or possible rival. This is the point. For the possession of that which we greatly desire, as in love and or ambition. So what is the possession? Oh, hold on, one more. I might have jumped the gun. Hold on. Envy is a similar feeling toward one, whether rival or not, who already possesses. What do we already possess? I can name a few. We already possess, all right, the promises, all right, of restoration of Israel, all right, the real reparations. All right, this Yahawah sending his only begotten son, YAHAWASHI, all right, to set up the kingdom here on the planet Earth according to Sirach 10 chapter, Isaiah 11 chapter, All right, and so forth and so on, man. All right, Revelations. All right, Daniel's the 7th chapter, 27th verse, and so forth and so on of YAHAWASHI, even in the book of Ezekiel, of YAHAWASHI setting up his kingdom. And we have those promises already. We have the covenants. Hey, we already have the name, Israel. We possess the name, Yashala. All right, so that's why it says, who already possesses that which we greatly desire. Jealousy is enmity prompt by fear. Envy is enmity prompt by covetousness, right? And what is another word for covetousness? All right, when the scripture say, thou shalt not covet, all right, thou shalt not envy, man, all right, you know, or wish to have one's possession, all right, so like coveting a man's woman, all right, he already possesses her, all right, she's already a possession, because a woman is a possession, man, all right, going to the scriptures, all right, the word woman itself means female servant, all right, but not to get off topic of the lesson, that's the point of envy, man. So the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, has a perpetual, a universal hatred and a universal jealousy over you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the Lord is hardening his heart, as he did Pharaoh of Egypt, all right, to not let you people go. So here it is, Ezekiel 35, verse 10. It says, because thou hast said, these two nations in these two countries, right, the so-called Latin tribes and the so-called dark tribes, which would be the northern and the southern kingdom, which would be these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, all right, and the whole, all right, being the nation of Israel, man. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the southern kingdom, and then you have Ephraim, all right, Issachar, Naphtali, Zebulun, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, and so forth and so on, making up the tribes of the nation of Slakia, not the nation, the tribes of the southern kingdom, ultimately being the nation of Israel. And these two countries shall be mine, right? So the so-called white man said, all right, that the whole nation of Israel shall be his, and we will possess it. So there it is. Whereas the Lord, YAHAWASHI, was there, so he said that he would possess. He would possess who? He would possess you Israelites, man. All right, and that's jealousy, man, and that's envy. All right, because the scriptures say in the book of Isaiah 14 chapter that he said he wants to be as the Most High, all right, to judge, to be over you nations, all right. Hey, so here it is. This is the etymology of the word, of that word there for possession, all right. And it says, to seize, dispossess, take possession of, inherit, disinherit, occupy, impoverish, be an heir, damn, to take possession of, to inherit, to impoverish, come to poverty, be poor, right? So it's given a synonym and an antonym, or it's giving you a similarity, all right, and a difference, all right. So it says to be dispossessed, be impoverished, come to poverty, all right, and then it says to cause to possess or inherit. You see, so the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, wants to possess and inherit the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians forever. But it says, whereas YAHAWASHI was there, this is the point. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, I will even do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee. All right, so the Lord said he will make himself known, manifest himself, all right, amongst us, all right, because YAHAWASHI is a jealous power over the nation of Israel, man. And when you read the scriptures, all the nations have had a hand in our captivity. It tells you that in the book of 1st Maccabees, the 2nd chapter. All right, what nation have not had a hand in her captivity? All these other nations have of possessing, you see, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians. This is why you don't know who you are, man. Just lost out there in the world. All right, you belong to somebody. You're a possession and inheritance of YAHAWASHI. All right, so matter of fact, before I bring this precept out, which I'm going to close out on in Zechariah the 8th chapter, I want to bring this out real quick. All right, because this is going to prove who YAHAWASHI has chosen. This is Deuteronomy 32, verse 9, and it says, For the Lord, YAHAWASHI's portion is his people. Jacob, all right, you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Indians, is the lot, all right, of his inheritance, man. All right. So YAHAWASHI is only dealing with as he has chosen, as it says in Amos, the 3rd chapter, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. It's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And this is why the so-called white man is envious and jealous, all right, and jealous of you Jakes, because the Lord has given you promises, all right, and comfort, all right, and a heritage, man, all right, and he has chosen us, all right, to be a special, peculiar people unto himself above all nations of the earth. He said all these other nations, including so-called white men, are as nothing in the book of Isaiah and in the book of 2nd Ezra, all right, the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so let's go. This is Zechariah 8. I'm going to start from the top. The point is verse 2. Again, the word of Yahawah of armies, all right, hosts, came to me, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah of armies, of hosts. I was jealous for Zion. Zion is to Zion in Hebrew, which is monument, all right, which is Israel, all right. I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous for her with great fury, right? And that's talking about the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, primarily the man of Israel, because the scriptures say he have likened us into a comely and delicate woman. We are the Lord's people, man, all right? We are the Lord's woman, all right? We are the apple of his eye, man, all right? Thus saith the Lord, I am returned unto Zion and will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, in the mountain of the Lord of hosts, the holy mountain. All right, so the Lord Yahawah is going to return, all right, which he already have done to the nation of Israel. All right, and he will set, all right, up one that is profitable. All right, and Esau is the end of the world. All right, Esau is the end of this current rulership. All right, and this is what symbolizes Jacob's hand on Esau's foot, because Esau's kingdom is going down as we speak this at this very second. And Jacob, all right, is the beginning of it that followeth. And Jacob doesn't have anybody holding down his foot, man, because Jacob is going to rule forever. All right, that's the blessing, that's the covenants, and that's why so-called white man is envious, right? Because the birthright was destined to be in the hands of Jacob. So with that, Lord's word was edifying. Until the next time I say shalom.